evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1263rd edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni, and that, of course, would be me. Good evening, traders. This 1263rd video, educational videos to teach you the art of technical analysis, is coming at you on a Tuesday night for trading, Wednesday, January 7th, 2015. Traders, as we know, before we get to the topics on the board, futures trading can be, and in fact is, extremely risky, can cause substantial financial loss, is not suitable for all traders. Always place stops. Put your stops in first. Whether they're always going to work or not, put them in first. They're like having protection against your position. And remember, no matter what I'm going to talk to you about, it is my opinion. But hey, I've been doing this for 33 years, and I'll match wits with anybody on the street when it comes to this analysis. You want to learn from someone good? You learn right here. Pay attention. All right, traders, so what is on the board? We've got a red Omni for emini, S&P, Nasdaq, the usual gamut for trading, at least at the onset of trading for Wednesday, Jan 7th. Traders, I am here to tell you now, do not fall in love with the downside here. In front of you, I came out in front of you in last night's video and I said, listen, we're going down. There's a repricing. You can see it happening. It's because of crude and the stocks that make up crude. They're a percentage of our stock market. And if you take 27% of the stock market and knock it in half, of course, you're going to get something. But that's about all we're getting is a repricing. And that was last night's video. Tonight's video, I'm now going to show you some levels on charts that should make you stop and wonder, maybe we should not condemn this big booming bull market to hell just yet. And the name of this video, in fact, is right there on the board, traders. Let's not condemn this big booming bull market to hell just yet, part 2, tonight's video. I think you're going to like the chart you are about to see, traders. I want you to take a look at them. Before we get into them, we are putting out stock recommendations at livewithoscar.com. For tomorrow, we're looking at Green Mountain, GMCR, and ALXN, Alexion Pharmaceuticals. So we like trading them. We'll tell you what we're going to do with these stocks. If you come on down to livewithoscar.com, come into my free trading room. We actually give exact recommendations, where to buy them, where to sell them, where to place a stop, a suggestion, and where we would take profit. Today, or I should say Monday night for trading Tuesday, we offered GMCR and we sold the highs. Nasdaq in the Omni. Omni sold the highs in GMCR. Go Omni. We also had Tesla. Guess where Omni sold in for Tesla? The highs. Go Omni. Tesla came down. GMCR came down. We took profits in Tesla. We took profits in GMCR. We're still holding some shorts in GMCR. We like it for the downside. And now we're adding a trade tomorrow, most likely, if it sets up. And that's ALXN. Take a look at that for yourselves. So, commodities or futures, emini, Nasdaq, and the S&P, we will be putting out recs for tomorrow. In the stock side, GMCR, Green Mountain, and ALXN. Take a look. Now, traders, for some proof that we should at least wait, not condemn the market just yet. Let's not condemn this to hell just yet. If it's going, so what? Omni's already selling, right? It's not like I'm sitting here bullish saying it won't go down, but there's reasons why we shouldn't think the top of the market is in just yet. With no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Traders, the first chart I'm going to show you this evening is something that we like to deem our leader of U.S. indices, the Dow Jones Transportation Average. And this is a weekly chart of that transportation average. Note this channel. Look at how well it's performed. Look at how far it's gone. This goes way back on the chart, but I can't fit it all on one screen. You can see it's held here, or I should say, let's start here. It holds the top and the bottom, the top, the top, the bottom, the bottom, the bottom. It holds, it holds, it holds. It has one breakthrough, holds the bottom. Once it gets to the top, it holds there. That's one part of the picture. Note the big black average. Look at how well you're under it, you stay under it. You're above it, you stay above it, and that is that. You don't break the average. One slip only, that was the same big slip. That got us through the trend line and right back above. Now we're testing that average tomorrow, this black average. Will it break? For now, if you were a gambler, you'd have to go, it held, it held, it held, it held, it held. That's 5. It held 7. It held 8. It held 9. It didn't hold 1. We're at 9 and 1 and we have a test for 10 tomorrow. What should we do? Expect it to hold, right? If you were a gambler. Now we're using technical analysis and we're bouncing off trend lines that seem to hold almost every time they get challenged. With averages. That I say, before you condemn this market, let's see what happens here, right? Let's just not condemn it yet. Then you've got the Dow Jones Industrial Average, another weekly bar. Will it hold or not hold? The average, let's look at that first. It held, it held, it held, it held, it held, it held, and it held. One time it got through, just like you've seen on the tranny. Will this one hold or not hold? There's a test coming on Wednesday. Let's find out. I'd say don't condemn the market just yet. E-mini S&P on a weekly. You've seen this chart in many videos. We've called it Chart Masterpiece. We used it multiple times now to call the market correctly. We've got 8 wins and 1 loss with this average sitting right here. Note the average. It held, it held, it held, it held. It just keeps holding. We are testing that average now. Will it hold? We're going to find out on Wednesday, right? For now, let's not condemn the market to hell just yet, traders. Let's see what we're going to get. Then you've got the Nasdaq on a weekly. You've got a couple of things going on. One, look at the blue average. Look at the blue channel all the way up. That has held really well. Holds the blue, holds the blue, holds the blue. Will it hold the blue when it gets down there? We'll find out tomorrow. It may get down there. I don't know. But the average is even more important. Look at the hold of the average here, here, here. It holds. I mean, it gets through for 1 day or 1 week, I should say, but that's a hold. A hold. It keeps holding that average. Then we've got something else. This is a channel that goes back. This green channel goes all the way back to 2009. All the way back there. Never violated top or bottom. We get above it. We get back into it. We get above it again. We test it. Now we're well above it. So as a market as a whole is still looking really, really solid. The weekly is still very solid. This trend line, I don't know if you can see this green trend line. Let me darken it in for you a little bit. There is a major parallel trend right here, okay, on this chart. This goes all the way back to 2008, 2009. And this trend held the market all the way until here. We stayed in the trend, Then we got to here, got above it, tested it again, and now we're well above this trend and in this trend. That's still solid, traders. I'm sorry, I am not calling this thing topped. Not yet. Let it top if it's going to top. Then I want to call this chart of the week, baby. Chart of the week. Completely different average. And this is a cash market. This is the S&P cash, a continuous. It goes back forever and ever. And there are no times that we break the average except for here and one other time. You hold. You don't even get close to hitting it. Look, you don't even really hit the average. So here we held, and here we're going to try to test it tomorrow. So far, I say let's not condemn this big booming bull market to hell until it breaks and condemns itself. Traders, pull your own charts, do your own homework. I'll see you at livewithoscar.com. So, traders, you've seen the charts, and there is my technical argument for why we're starting off the downside in E-mini, S&P, and Nasdaq. We'll find out why we're going short in these two if you want to take a look at my stock site. We absolutely should not be condemning this big booming bull market. At least not yet, traders. Let's wait a few moments. Now, you see that last chart I showed you that I called the chart of the week? That's an average I very rarely show. It's an average I usually do not pull out. It's one of my big guns. And so far, so good. So let's see what's going to happen. Come on down to livewithoscar.com. Come join me in my free trading room. I am live on camera and microphone. I am there to help you. I offer a lot of tips, tricks, and techniques that I've learned over the years. And on the trading floor and in this business, I'm 33 years deep. And I've got a lot of tricks to teach you, OMNIX. Come to livewithoscar.com. If you've got no time for that, subscribe to my YouTube videos so that each and every time I put out one of these educational videos, you will get notified. The information is timely. It's usually for what's going to happen the next day. You need to watch these at night or in the morning before the markets open. Traders, thank you so much. Remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help yourselves with that is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, traders. I'll see you at livewithoscar.com. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial